All right, so let's dive in. We're doing a deep dive today on something that feels basic, but is. It's really the foundation of everything, fruits and vegetables.
Right.
The mission here is to find real energy and focus without, all the expensive biohacks and complicated stuff, just the biology.
Exactly. I mean, so many of us feel completely run down.
Hmm.
We're living these high-stress lives, and we think the solution has to be complicated.
Yeah.
But the real problem, almost always, is just a fundamental deficit in micronutrients.
So if we just fix that, the basics, everything else starts to fall into place. These are literally the raw materials, vitamins, minerals, all of it, that rebuild our bodies.
That's the solution.
Okay, so let's define the terms. Vitamins versus minerals. What's the core distinction we should have in mind?
The easiest way to think about it is function and permanence. Vitamins, especially the water-soluble ones like C and the B vitamins, they're kind of like temporary fuel. Your body uses what it needs, and the rest, well, it's typically just flushed out in your urine. They're very much a use it or lose it kind of thing,
So you need them every single day.
every day. Now, minerals are the opposite. They're inorganic, stable. They form the actual structure of your body, your bones, your tendons. They're also vital for conduction.
Conduction, like electrical signals?
Yeah, exactly. Iron makes hemoglobin to carry oxygen, sure, but think about sodium and potassium. They manage the electrical charge in your muscles. Without that balance, you get that horrible cramping.
Wait, okay, that's interesting. If they're that stable, does cooking not destroy them like heat can with some vitamins?
That is a great observation. And yes, generally minerals are much, much tougher. They stand up to heat.
So the bigger issue isn't how you cook them, but just getting enough of them in the first place.
Getting in a volume and, more importantly, variety, which, brings us to the practical side of this.
Perfect. Let's translate this into action. What are the specific foods that give the biggest, most measurable performance boost?
For athletes, top of the list has to be beets. They raise nitric oxide, which is a powerful vasodilator.
So it widens the blood vessels.
Right. Think of it like opening up extra lanes on a highway. It allows more oxygen to flood your muscles, which boosts endurance and seriously speeds up recovery.
And I know you pair that with carrots. That's for the lutein, right?
Yes, exactly. Lutein essentially supercharges your mitochondria, the little energy factories inside your cells.
So your body just gets more efficient at using fuel.
Your cells become these tiny, highly efficient engines. You can run faster, you burn calories more efficiently even when you're just sitting there. And for pure power, you look at kale. It's the highest vegetable source of calcium, which is key for strong muscle contractions. Explosive power.
Okay, so that's performance. Now let's shift to just foundational health. Mood. I saw cayenne pepper mentioned a lot.
Yes, capsaicin. That's the compound that makes it hot. It actually depletes your nerve cells of something called substance P. It's the chemical that transmits pain and inflammation signals. So cayenne is this amazing, immediate anti-inflammatory. Plus, it's an appetite suppressant, and some studies show it can even increase testosterone.
And then for just general wellness, we're back to the classics. Broccoli, dark greens.
Absolutely. They're packed with folate, which is essential for cell repair, and they give your body the amino acids it needs to synthesize its own collagen.
Ah, so they don't contain collagen, they help you make it.
That's the key. They provide the building blocks, and that helps with everything from your brain function to fighting off back and knee pain. And we can't forget antioxidants.
Right.
The flavonoids in things like elderberry, they're like little scavengers. They hunt down and destroy free radicals, which stops damage to your DNA. That's huge for slowing down aging and, preventing serious disease.
So what's the big takeaway for someone's plate? We've all been beaten over the head with the 5-a-day rule.
Forget the number. Honestly, it's arbitrary. The real goal, the true blueprint, is maximum variety. You need the broadest possible spectrum of nutrients for your body and for your gut microbiome.
Variety is king.
It is.
But there are some cautions, right? I saw warnings about too much fruit sugar, especially in smoothies, being bad for your teeth.
The acidity in sugar can be a problem. And you also have to remember calories still count. Avocados are amazing, full of healthy fat, but they are dense. You can't eat 5 a day and expect to lose weight.
So it's about being strategic.
Exactly. Grate veggies into stews, freeze big batches, start your day with a smoothie that's mostly vegetables and low on fruit. Think of supplements only as a backup. Always prioritize real whole food.
So really, investing in that variety is the real shortcut. More health, more energy, more drive.
It is. Which brings up a final question for you to think about. Once you actually do this for 30 days and you feel that new energy, that improved well-being.
Yeah.
What demanding part of your life, your job, your fitness, your stress, are you going to use that new energy to finally tackle?